welcome. Good morning to all the respected members of ICI Ahmedabad branch. As we come to the end of this calendar year 2023, we want to end it on a high note with lots of energy, and along with that we also want to comply with the CPER's requirement. So that is the reason I think the registrations had been done in humongous numbers, but the presence is in minuscule. So I think the few of members would be joining us from the breakfast hall very soon, and others might join after 10 a.m. But by the time we, although we are late, but we are starting now, and for that I request now the chairperson of our branch, CA Dr. Anjali Choksi, to escort the chief guest, our beloved WIRC chairperson, CA Arpit Kabra sir. Sir, we welcome you to Ahmedabad branch, and along with both of them, I request the respected regional council members, CA Vikas Jain and CA Chintan Patel sir, to please come on the dais. On behalf of ICI Ahmedabad branch, I again welcome you to the two-day conference, which is named as Visheshagya se Vimarsh. The theme was decided by the chairperson of our branch with a motive that you can also discuss with the Visheshagya, with all the knowledgeable faculties which you all be hearing. So there are time slots for Q&A, for discussions, so you should take the benefit of the same, and you should discuss your queries. You should be ready with your queries in each and every session so that you can discuss and solve your queries in this conference, during the conference. So now we start this lovely two-day conference with our ICI motto. So requesting all the respected members to please rise for the ICI motto. Thank you.
येष सुप्तेषु जागृति येष सुप्तेषु जागृति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
To take the blessings of the Almighty, Ma Saraswati, we start this today conference by lighting of lamp. So I request all the dignitaries on the dais and my managing committee colleague CA Sunit Shah to please join us for the lighting of lamp.
Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampada. Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampada. Shatru buddhi vinashaya deepajyotir namostute. Deepajyotir namostute. Deepajyotir parabrahma. Deepajyotir janardhanah. Deepajyotir parabrahma. Deepajyotir janardhanah. Deepo hartu me papam. Sandhya deepa namostute. O deepa brahma rupastham. Jyotisam prabhuravyayam.
I also welcome the speaker for the first session, CA Jignesh Parekh, now advocate. Correcting myself, welcoming sir. And very quickly, now I request chairperson of the branch, CA Dr. Anjali Choksi ma'am, to address the August gathering.
Thank you, Abhinav. It is really scary not to see and just look here only. when 600 chartered accountants have registered and would have accommodated in auditorium and the auditorium was overflowing, then members say that 600 register करवाते तो बड़ा location रखना चाहिए ना, और आज 600 registered and hardly there are 200 chartered accountants present, and it is very paining for us to see these seats blank. I know that it is the CP Mela, the end of the year, but look at from the organizer's side and how, the way the conference is designed for all of you. Of course, we have to meet the CP deadlines, but if you look at the design and structure of the conference, the faculties are devoting their precious time, and they are all esteemed faculties. They are enjoying their vacation, but they are here so that they can serve the members. So my humble request to all of you that it is very paining from the organizing side. We understand your pain as well, but at least give respect to the faculties. So a very good morning to all of you. Good morning. At least जितने लोग यहाँ पे present हैं उतना तो contribute हम कर सकते हैं ना. So a very good morning. The chairman of WIRC, C. Arpit Kabra from Bombay. We are really grateful to WRC to come again, especially Arpit Bhai to come again to Ahmedabad and allowing us to participate and have this conference, sir. Sir, we are really grateful to have your presence. The two RCM from Ahmedabad, CA Chintan Patel and CA Vikas Jain, Secretary Abhinav, the faculty for the first session, Senior Advocate Jignesh Parikh, Managing Committee Member Sunit Shah, senior members and my dear friends. Please excuse me for being angry, but it is really paining because it takes so much time to design a conference and to invite faculties, take their time. Faculties devote their, Jignesh Bhai is on vacation. અત્યારે હાઈકોર્ટને બધું બંધ હોય. So it's a Christmas, but Jignesh Bhai કીધું મેડમ તમે કોઈ પણ દિવસે મને બોલાવશો, I will be there. So this is the passion with which CA members of Ahmedabad are contributing, and I will request all the members to support them. Thank you so much. Not taking much time, just talking with few of the members. We'll still continue with the CP hours even in the January month. So if you are not able to complete in December, we'll have seminars in January. So make sure that you complete at least in January. We yesterday had a great ICI mega marathon on the banks of river Sabarmati. More than 400 chartered accountants joined. And this time we had a special category for kids and senior citizens. And the CAs were on fire yesterday. And we'll keep doing such kind of programs and keep supporting us. And thank you so much for those who have come here. And I'm sure you will be there tomorrow as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your, I think, true and the address was from your heart. So we all welcome your address. And now moving very quickly, I am not introducing our beloved CA Vikas Jain, respected Regional Council member. So requesting sir to please come forward, and for the proximity of time, requesting you for the quick address. Please, sir.
See, I am one of you only and I can speak to you any point of time. So, huh? So see, as a protocol also, since our WRC chairman is here, he can speak everything about WRC. I need not say much. So a very good morning to all of you. Chairman WRC, my dear friend Arpit Bhai Kabra. We call her Anjali Ben, Anjali Bhabi, what not, the chairperson today, but otherwise we are just like family. Anjali Ben, my council colleague Chintan Patel, dear friend. Abhinav Bhai, just like a younger brother, we always have been enjoying a lot. Sunit, one of very close friend. All the seniors in the profession, my dear friends, very good morning to all of you. And also our faculty, one very good friend, Jignesh Bhai. Jignesh Bhai ની ખાસિયત એ છે કે એમને કોઈ બી ફોન કદી બી કરે, he is always ready. And I have given his number to, I don't know, more than hundreds of people. And nobody has ever said कि Jignesh Bhai થી solution નથી મળ્યો. That is how he deals with in income tax and all these things. કોઈને બી કોઈ problem હોય તો એમને કહી દઈએ અને without anything, he helps him like anything. So, thank you, Jignesh Bhai. So, Anjali Ben has rightly said that it is really sometimes disheartening when the organizers take lot of pain, and sometimes you see some of the big faculties when they come, they especially ask us कि participants कितने हैं, registrations कितना है, how many people are coming, because they would be spending their entire day maybe for traveling to Ahmedabad and everything. And sometimes like preparations में भी उनका time जाता है, all these things are there, and when suddenly they come and they see that hardly what was promised and what is there, so that is the difference, and then it really becomes embarrassing for the organizers as well. I have been the chairman of the branch, so I can understand that when we have to answer to the faculties and all these things, the things become very difficult. And not only that, Anjali Ben is not shared with you, but the thing is, the program was originally planned in the Ahmedabad branch, our branch premises. So suddenly we saw that the registration is spurred. We could have closed the registration, but એવું લાગ્યું કે ભાઈ મેમ્બર્સને CP બાકી છે અને બધાની ઈચ્છા છે એટેન્ડ કરવાની, તો આપણે વેન્યુ ચેન્જ કરીએ. Last 3 days there were public holiday, it was impossible to get a venue, કેમ કે બધું આ ગવર્મેન્ટ મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશનનું છે. બટ સ્ટીલ બાય વેઝ એન્ડ મીન્સ દોડીને આ વેન્યુ કરવામાં આવ્યું, બધું અરેન્જમેન્ટ કરવામાં આવ્યું. એન્ડ વેન these things happen, really it is disheartening for all the organizers, I can understand. But part and parcel of life, we have to keep our best, that's it. And this thing I would like to end my talk. Wherever I am going, in the last month, or in this current month, I would say in December, I have delivered almost 20 lectures across Gujarat at various places for the CP requirements and all this. So I have almost been, every day I have been out of Ahmedabad mostly, except for few days. And everywhere the members used to say one thing, કે સાહેબ ટાઈમ છે જ નહીં અમારા જોડે, ટાઈમની બહુ જ તકલીફ છે અત્યારે. સો આઈ યુઝ ટુ આસ્ક ધેમ, ટાઈમ નથી, સો ધીસ અ ગુડ થિંગ ઓર બેડ થિંગ, વાય યુ ડોન્ટ હેવ ટાઈમ? ધીસ ઇઝ દેર ઇઝ લોટ ઓફ વર્ક, કામ બહુ જ છે એટલે ટાઈમ નથી મળતો, અને કોમ્પ્લેક્સિટીઝ કામની અંદર બહુ વધી ગઈ છે. એબ્સોલ્યુટલી ટ્રુ, આઈ એગ્રી 100% વિથ ધેમ, બટ આઈ સે ધીસ ઇઝ અ ગુડ થિંગ ઓર બેડ થિંગ? ધ થિંગ ઇઝ, દુનિયામાં કોઈ પણ વસ્તુ હોય, ઓપરેશન ડૉક્ટર પાસે જઈએ અને કોમ્પ્લિકેટેડ સર્જરી હોય તો ત્યાં નોર્મલી ચાર્जेस વધારે હોય, પૈસા વધારે હોય, અને આપણા પાસે કામ બહુ છે, ટાઈમ જ નથી, એનો મતલબ આપણા પાસે ઇન્કમ બહુ જબરજસ્ત હોવી જોઈએ. બટ ધ આયરન ઇઝ, આનાની પેદાશ નહીં અને ઘડીની નવરાશ નહીં એવી સિચ્યુએશન છે. લોકો પાસે ટાઈમ બિલકુલ છે જ નહીં, અને સો ધ પ્રોબ્લેમ ઓફ ઓલ ધીસ થિંગ્સ ઇઝ વી આર નોટ એબલ ટુ ચાર્જ ફી. સો as the organizers also at various level, Arpit bhai, I would say that from our WRC level we should do something whereby we can create awareness. See, there is no dearth of work. Everybody is having lot of work. The only thing is we need to see that what is the appropriate fee and how it should be charged. So if we can do that thing, that would be the greatest service to the profession, I think. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Vikasji, for your lovely address. And now request the respected regional council member, C.H. Chintan Patel, sir, to please come forward and share his views for the day and the conference.
Young and dynamic chairman of Western Region of India, ICI, C. Arpit Kabraji. First lady chairperson of North Branch. She has done wonderful tasks throughout the year. It's being year end, we must appreciate the work she has done. C. Anjali Choksi. My council colleague in region, C. Vikas Jain. Secretary who has been always down to earth and supporting to the chairman in always, all aspects, C. Abhinav Malviya. C. Jaganneshvi Parikh. Seniors and friends, good morning all of you. I must say that I think I'm really proud to see a lot of people here who are sitting here. Obviously, because we should also look at the positive sides of people sitting here. And there's always saying that whether the glass is half full or half empty. And I'm looking at it is half full. So my compliments to all of you to being a part of this particular conference. And this has been truly designed wonderfully. And I'm taking the moment further to talk about a regional council activity which has been throughout the last year as Chairman WSE is here. During this particular year, there are a lot of new activities have been done at the Western region. To start with, we always believe that we need to learn from mentors. There are various senior professionals across the region who has worked selflessly for profession, and there is a program where we invite every weekly mentors who have been the pillars of ICI profession, and they provide insights on how can we develop practice. There is also a program called WOW, that is Women on Wednesday. So every Wednesday, women CAs, they become a speaker, and then they provide their insights. And they are the women who are leaders at various organizations. It provides a two-way communication. One way, they are just going to say that yes, every woman can be on top. Second thing, they also provide insights on how they climb up leaders at various organizations. During the tenure also, we have worked on a lot of technology aspects where there is a Power BI, whether it's Tableau or whether ERP. A lot of programs have been done throughout the organization. And another thing which I would like to talk about is that soft skill. Today's era where we have to really be advanced towards soft skill, not hard skills. Everybody as a CA, we are competent enough to talk about Excels and technical knowledge. However, today's era, if we have a blending of soft skill with hard skill, we can be on top of across the world. So a lot of programs we have done where a communication related seminars and workshops where how can we build a brand, how a CA practice can be a brand, that we also organized throughout the year. So not taking much time further, I request, I'm thankful to Arpit Kabra, Chairman WRC, for coming here and giving the occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful address. And now it's time to welcome the chairperson of WIRC, C. Arpit Kabra, sir. And for that, I request the chairperson of our branch, C. Dr. Anjali Choksi, ma'am, to please welcome him with a memento. And now I welcome the world record owner. He has the world record, and upon it he will speak and he will share how the world record was formed. So requesting chairperson of WIRC, C. Arpit Kabra, to share his address. Thank you, sir. Please.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure and a delight to be in front of you today. These past 4-5 days has been really fabulous because, you know, while we were preparing for our regional conference on 15-16 December, very few times in your life do you get an opportunity where you could do something extraordinary. And God was kind that we got this opportunity this time. For the first time in the history of WIRC, I think the Western India Regional Council is the largest council of the country. It is blessed with one of the best resources that one could ask for in the entire nation. A brilliant place like Mumbai, which is a hub for everyone and anyone. A wonderful state which is full of activities, dynamism, lot of economic happenings, and one of the most promising futuristic opportunity, that is the gift city of Gujarat, the state of Gujarat and the wonderful branch of Ahmedabad, and of course Maharashtra and Goa with their own dynamics. With over 4 lakh chartered accountants in the country, our recent statistics and database shows that we are serving, I'm not saying that we have people here, but we are serving to around more than 2,12,000 chartered accountants. So you can imagine almost 50% of this nation's chartered accountants are being served by your council, the WIRC. And therefore we thought that, you know, while we want to do a big program, while we want to do a conference which is called as a regional conference, in true sense it has to be regional because there is participation from everyone across the region. And this time, not only region, there were people from all over the country, and not only country, there were people from even offshore who had come down, maybe for a vacation or what, but they thought it fit that we want to attend this kind of a conference. And for the first time, therefore, we had 2,500 people plus on a regional conference in members conference. And this time, we dared to do something unthinkable. What we thought of, let's have another students conference, that is the national conference which we do parallelly on a parallel track. With nothing very exciting about the conference as such, but what we did was we had almost around like last 10 to 12 days before the conference, there was a huge momentum towards getting into the conference because of the kind of speakers, the kind of sessions and everything that we could arrange. And young chartered accountants making sure that they will mark their presence through one or the other abilities, one of the other skill sets. And we had all of that in abundance in this regional conference. So around 4,000 students and 2,500 members under one roof with over 10,500 square meters space that we utilized at the largest landscape of Mumbai, the UNESCO. We've had a wonderful conference. We had a massive conference. So much is the scale that usually in a 2-day conference, you would have an engagement of around 12 hours. In this conference, on the first day itself, the chairs were short. I mean, of course, not talking about these chairs, but there were chairs which were short, and therefore we had to bring in more. Our engagement that day was from morning 10 a.m. till almost evening 10 p.m. We went all for a 12-hour marathon conference on day 1. And the next day was not different. We did it till 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and therefore more than 20 hours, 21 hours plus engagements for 2 days. We generated more than around 30,000 plus CPRs, and the statistics were mind-boggling. But there we got a chance to do something extraordinary. Of course, the history was in the making, and what we did was, we brought all together 5,000 chartered accountants and students together to hold a placard on above their head and make something phenomenal. I would request if you could, Piyush, where's Piyush bhai? If you could play that please, video. Can you show the image next? This is the record that we got for 5,032 members standing there, adjudicated by one of the best teams from London. And there we were celebrating something extraordinary. This entire record was held by someone in Jeddah. From there it came to India, and in India, it belongs to each of you and me and all of us. That is the WIRC. So congratulations to all of you. You are today officially the world record holder of the largest human mosaic on this planet. Coming next, these days were hectic traveling, and today it was pleasant thanks to Anjali madam. I think most of the times when we talk, we think about what can we do better and how can we do it in a different manner. With the kind of programs that we've initiated, with the kind of events that we do at WIRC, this time the entire regional conference was based on these themes, these programs that we do. And therefore I spoke to the chairperson over here and told her that, can we do something like this in Ahmedabad? Believe me, I don't know what does she feeds on, or what does she have maybe for breakfast, dinner or lunch. That day was a very tiring day. I think Ahmedabad had a very big conference. And the evening we were just chatting like this only over a WhatsApp. She immediately agreed. Sir, karna hai ye kaam. I'm like, when are the dates? Believe me, there were no dates available. And with 15, 16 already on cards, we were really wondering ki kya kare, kya nahi kare. And she said, sir, 26, 27 karte hain. Maine Tuesday, Wednesday. Bola, sir, don't worry. We'll have something or the other, but good going. We'll do something extraordinary. We did that. Believe me, yesterday I booked my flight again to here because I was not sure that I'll land here. I have to go to at least 3-4 more places. And unfortunately, yesterday there was bad news that came that, there were 2 chartered accountants who were recently arrested. Some doctors had filed a complaint, and immediately we were all into action. So we were running there in Nagar and in a small little place near Aurangabad. Now what has happened is, these are the things, and this is a season when we are talking about code of ethics, for example, when we are discussing so much on code of ethics and all. One of the biggest problems that happened is, so there was a raid in which my team was participating as a forensic team. In that, nothing happened to the promoters, so no one was captured. It's a textile manufacturing unit, big one. It was raided. It was raided in multiple locations, and therefore we went to to support them in terms of finding out what all could we get on forensics. The promoters went scot-free by saying that, this is a letter that we have given, so the CFO and CEOs are in command. You have to first arrest them, or whatever action has to be taken, it has to be taken them. We are purely in promoter capacity. We are only funding partners. We are not running the show as such, is what they said. Unfortunately, in all of this, one of the partners of that company, one of the directors of that company alleged that, these documents have been forged, these documents have been signed incorrectly. Now, on that very day in Pune, while I was attending and there was a press conference there, I was very vehemently saying this, that, look, under no circumstances can a CA be arrested for fraud. Because one, we don't have authority to sign. Second, we don't handle finances. Well, we handle finances in the sense we consult them, we advise them on finances, but we really cannot issue checks. We cannot sign and withdraw money, or we cannot divert money, or we cannot even pass an entry into that extent. It all has to be driven by a team there. Probably they can advise and they can seek some advice into what and how to do it. I do not have any other power of attorney in that sense, except for representing in front of judicial authorities, or maybe GST or somewhere. Then in what capacity can I be able to do a fraud? All of this was happening. Everyone was applauding. There was a good around 1,000 people strength there, and they were all talking about, this is what we want, this is what we want to hear. There cannot be actions against chartered accountants. And we've made a representation to some ministers and also the commissioners of cooperative who had taken an action against, and those CAs were released. Very effectively, we had moved from the court, we got up from a prison custody, for police custody se hum log magistrate custody pe aa gaye the. And then we were taking them to the hospital. Again, a case was filed by this partner, this director, who was seeking revenge against an auditor. And he said, sir, please raid their premises. You will find digital signatures, and those signatures are under their possession. And all of these documents have been signed by them, and therefore, and believe me, the worst happened, the nightmare. Under very, very नॉर्मल सर्कमस्टांसेस हमने तो बहुत ही विश्वास में और बहुत ही जेन्युइनिटी की वजह से डीएससी हमारे ऑफिस में रखे थे, वहाँ पर उन सबके डीएससी उनके ऑफिस में मिले. पुलिस सॉट नो अदर क्लैरिफिकेशन, कुछ और नहीं, सीधा पीसी अगेन. बिलीव मी, 2 days, ये क्रिसमस था 25th और 24th संडे, 25th, ये 2 दिन छुट्टी हो गई, संडे मंडे. It was a very tough task. We had to pull what not strings from here and there, but really couldn't do anything. Because they were firm that ये signatures इनके पास मिले, जब तक हम लोग आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर लेते इनके यहाँ से वो यूज़ हुआ है. There's computers and everything. A chartered accountant, a senior chartered accountant, doing absolutely nothing. Very, very sincere and a very disciplined chartered accountant. I acknowledge and welcome the vice chairman of WIRC, a very, very important resource of the Western India Regional Council, someone who has worked very hard. Please put your hands together. A huge round of applause for Hitesh Bhai, Hitesh Pomal sir. He's not been keeping well, but since the chairman is here, a senior person, when a senior professional like him, when he says that, no, if my chairman is here, I have to be here, I think I cannot but salute this man for his discipline and for his upbringing, because that is what he is, that is what these are. In fact, Vikas Bhai and Chintan Bhai, both for that matter, they were Vikas Bhai is supposed to give lecture at one other branch. He cancelled that, bola, since the chairman is here, I have to be here. Chintan Bhai ko to hum subah utha ke aise hi leke aaye, bola chalo aana. He didn't even knew that I am here. So I think thank you both of you. It's been this council has been really a blessings for all of us. The kind of work we've done. We were just talking right now that ये time होता है usually सब लोग vacation पे गए हैं. Christmas 6 किलोमीटर लंबा लाइन था because we had to rush to meet a minister who was in Pune. तो हम लोग जब जा रहे थे तो लोनावला जो घाट है हमारी मुंबई से जो जब पुणे जाना होता है तो 6 किलोमीटर लंबी लाइन थी. तो हमको लगा था कि यार एयरलिफ्ट करना पड़ेगा ताकि इनको हम सीएस को फ्री करा सकें. तो वी हैड टू गो हियर एंड देयर, ओल्ड पुणे हाईवे पकड़ा, ये हो गया, बट इट वाज मेस. मैं सोच रहा हूँ पूरी दुनिया छुट्टी पे जा रही है और हम लोग यहाँ पर बैठे हैं. ये तो अच्छा है ये लोग नहीं आए पर हम लोग बैठे हैं, पर ठीक है आप लोग हो इसलिए हम लोग हैं यहाँ पे. सितंबर सीजन एक और होता है जहाँ पर बहुत पिंच होता है हमको. सारे प्रमोटर्स अब्रॉड चले जाते हैं घूमने, हमको रिटर्न फाइल करना होता है, हमको ऑडिट फाइल करनी होती है, हमको सब कुछ करना होता है. वो छोड़ के चले जाते हैं, नहीं भाई तुमको अभी कर लो, मैं तो जा रहा हूँ, मेरी मतलब आई हैव टू टेक माई फैमिली, आई हैव टू टेक दिस दैट व्हाट नॉट. अनफॉर्चुनेट, बट अभी हम वही बात कर रहे थे मैं और चिंतन भाई की, यार अर्पित भाई क्या हालत है हमारी. एंड देयरफॉर लुक एट दिस, ये करते करते भी हम अरेस्ट हो गए क्योंकि वो डीएससी हम लोग संभाल रहे थे फॉर ऑल अदर रीजन्स. हमारा टैक्स ऑडिट का कुछ काम हो रहा होगा, ये हो रहा होगा, 3CB फाइल हो रहा होगा, 9 ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग का कुछ चल रहा होगा, वॉट एवर XYZ. बट येस दैट हैज हैपेंड. सो देयरफॉर नाउ it's time we need to come together, collaborate. There are statistics which are very disturbing, let me tell you all. See, 67% of our CA population is young. And therefore you will see a young person like me leading the region. 7 years before, I was just one amongst you in this. मतलब मुंबई में हमारे इतनी बड़ी बड़ी कॉन्फ्रेंस होती है तो हम लोग ऐसे ही थे. एक चांस मिला था कि कोई वॉलंटियर करना चाहता, उस समय हाथ उठाया था मैंने, वो मिला मुझे चांस, तो मैं इधर आया, वहाँ से मेरी जर्नी चालू हुई. एंड फ्रॉम देयर टिल हियर माई लाइफ हैज़ कम फुल सर्कल. From being a part of the crowd to leading that entire crowd, and the largest crowd of the country is what is your WRC chairman today. Now, understand the importance of this fact. If this is what is happening, we need to now collaborate. We need to come together more. For example, China, they say that, if there are 1 lakh chartered accountants, there are only 15,000 firms. Here, we say there are, maybe 2 lakh chartered accountants, 50% who are practicing, we would have more than 1 lakh CA firms. Now, this is an irony situation because in a $1 trillion economy and a 140 crore population जो हम बढ़ रही है, जो हम बन रहे हैं, imagine how will you render services to these 140? सिर्फ एक बच्चा जो माँ का दूध पीता है, उसको छोड़ दो, बाकी हर कोई आदमी है ना अभी फाइनेंशियल मतलब SIP उसके नाम पे हो रही है, FD उसके नाम पे होगी और सब कुछ हो रहा होगा. प्रॉब्ली उसके पास इनकम भी आ रही होगी, whatever पैसिव इनकम, तो उसका वो मतलब उसको एक CA की ज़रूरत है. Now, how can we all collaborate, come together and render services to this massive population of around 100 crore? It's absolutely nightmare, it's unthinkable. और ये सब करने के लिए हमको सबसे बड़े एक रिसोर्स की जरूरत है, एक बहुत बड़ी आर्मी की जरूरत है, so that we can deliver effectively, and that is what is we call as commerce students. And these students go on to become accountants. But today we don't need accountants, we need ethical accountants. We just don't need accountants. And therefore, let me use this platform today. Because anyways, Anjali madam and me both are here for more 2 months as a chairman, as a chairperson. And I think, that is what we were just discussing. कि जितना बचा है, let's do as much as possible because so much run. Let me tell you, WIRC में 3-4 पैरामीटर्स होते हैं कि एक चेयरमैन का कितना सक्सेसफुल टेन्योर रहा. आई थिंक वो सब तो हमने 6 महीने में पूरे कर दिए थे. और उसके अलावा ये सब चीज़ें एडिशनल. एंड दीज एक्टिविटीज़, एक बार वो इमेज प्लीज़ चाहिए मेरे को. ये सब एक्टिविटीज़ हम कर रहे हैं, तो एवरी मेंबर हु इज कमिंग टू WIRC, ही नाउ हैज़ अ पर्सपेक्टिव कि बॉस अच्छा अगर ये लोगो दिख रहा है, ये कलर दिख रहा है, तो मेरे को ये एक्सपेक्टेड है. फॉर एग्जांपल आउटसोर्सिंग एक्टिविटीज़, जो निर्यात सीरीज़ है हमारा. नाउ दैट निर्यात सीरीज़ इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट signature in a turnaround series because we have actually made capable so many members to actually start working on outsourcing capabilities. हम लोग ने सीधा कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग का ही काम किया इसमें और कुछ नहीं किया है. We have told them, we have trained them, and we've got experts to tell them. In fact, so much so कि CPAs वगैरह सब आए ऑस्ट्रेलिया, US, कनाडा से, और वही बता रहे हैं कि यार ये कैसे करना है, कैसे ओपन करना है. And this was possible because of my vice chairman, a very resourceful person who also heads one of the largest outsourcing practices, Hitesh Bhai Pomal. I think therefore he ensured कि यार ये हमको सबको सिखाना है, ये हमको सबको बताना है, and that is what Niryat series is all about. It talks about only and only offshore capabilities that we can generate. Believe me, there were so many sessions that we did, and every time once some speaker came in, each one of us, पॉइंट इज आप लोग आज यहाँ पर आए हो, तो एक तो CPE रीज़न होगा, दूसरा होगा कि अंजलि या जितने भी ये अभिनव है, सुमित है, या जितने भी MCMs हैं, इन्होंने आपको फोर्स किया होगा कि आना है, हम व्हाट्सएप करते हैं, आना है तो आना है. पॉइंट इज यहाँ पर आने के बाद क्या, तो देयर आर 2 थिंग्स यू कैन डू. 1, इन्वेस्ट योर टाइम, और 2nd, वेस्ट योर टाइम. आई डोंट सी वी हैव टाइम इनफ टू वेस्ट, बट इफ यू कैन इन्वेस्ट, देयर आर 2 थिंग्स हाउ यू कैन इन्वेस्ट. 1 इज नेटवर्क इफेक्टिवली. अब नेटवर्क भी क्या, एंड देयरफॉर व्हाट आई थॉट इज यू शुड एक्चुअली नो ईच अदर by the specialization that person carries. For example, Sumit bhai ने अभी अपने नाम में लिखा है CA IP. Vikas bhai also writes, IP. So these are insolvency professionals. So if I don't have to ask always कि क्या कर रहे हो. Now for example, madam in black there, what's your name? Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Mansi. So Mansi is here, for example, and madam in purple, what's your name, madam? हाँ? हर्षिका. ठीक है. आप एक दूसरे को जानते हो? नहीं. मानसी, सपोज, प्लीज सिट डाउन, सर, थैंक यू. मानसी फॉर एग्जाम्पल इज अ इंडिविजुअल हु डज रियल एस्टेट वैल्यूएशन, एंड हर्षिका इज एन सपोज समवन हु इज फ्रॉम फार्मा सेक्टर. नाउ मानसी के पास एक केस स्टडी आई हुई है जिसमें एक फार्मा कंपनी आके कुछ करना चाह रही है रियल एस्टेट में, एंड शी नाउ नीड्स द सपोर्ट ऑफ अ फार्मा स्पेशलिस्ट, अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हु इज इन फार्मा. बट हाउ डू यू नो ईच अदर? हाउ वुड यू कम टू ईच अदर? These are the events where maybe you could know, and therefore we'll have to start understanding. आपको ट्विटर पता है, ट्विटर जो वर्ल्ड है, it is like a 160 characters. You have to define, you have to say, you have to express everything in those 160 characters, and that is what defines each one of you. And today, let me tell you, we have to define us in 2, at least maximum two things. One is who we are and what is our focus area. If I ask GST, I think every one of you will raise your hand, but that is not is what is required. Because that is how not you will not be able to network. And keeping that in mind, what we've done is we've launched this networking zone. And on the regional conference, and this is another, a feather in our hat, because, Chintan Bhai Vikas and Rahul Parikh from Baroda, I think these people are the ones who have worked so much. For the first time ever, we got a new website done. कोई भी वेबसाइट एक टेन्योर में कभी नहीं आई है. हमारे तीसरे महीने में हमारी नई वेबसाइट लॉन्च कर दी थी हमने. और पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि हमने एक ऐप भी लॉन्च किया है फॉर रीजनल कॉन्फ्रेंस, बट दैट इज सो सक्सेसफुल, पीपल आर यूजिंग इट टिल डेट. व्हाट वी डन इज इन दैट ऐप, योर अटेंडेंस इज मार्क्ड थ्रू GPS ट्रैकिंग एंड ओनली थ्रू दिस, सो नो मोर CP स्लिप्स. मतलब निकल ना जाए लोग, इसलिए अभी थोड़ा सा माइल्ड रख रहा हूँ. अंजलि मैडम मे नॉट अडॉप्ट दिस राइट नाउ, बट द सेकेंड पार्ट व्हाट वी डन इज नेटवर्किंग इन अ वेरी इफेक्टिव मैनर. उसमें आपका पूरा का पूरा प्रोफाइल, सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप सब लोग का जो उन्होंने रजिस्टर किया है उसकी प्रोफाइल ऑलरेडी अपडेटेड होगी, आपको पूरी लिस्ट दिख सकती है. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पर राहुल है, यहाँ पर स्मिथ है, यहाँ पे हर्ष है, यहाँ पे अंजलि है, यहाँ पे अर्पित है, आपको सारे नाम दिखेंगे एंड उनके 2 फोकस एरिया दिखेंगे. सो सपोज इफ हर्षिका सेज दैट माय फोकस एरिया इज फार्मा एंड आई डू से लिटिगेशन और मे बी वैल्यूएशन, तो आपको ये 2 फोकस एरिया दिखेंगे. एंड देयरफॉर इफ यू वांट दैट पर्सन एंड सपोज शी इज फ्रॉम से महसाणा और वहाँ का आपको कोई जोन जुरिस्डिक्शन का चाहिए, सो यू व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज जस्ट क्लिक ऑन दैट टैग, send an invite, she gets a prompt, if she accepts it, you can network. And believe me, this is what we are doing it in real sense. If you happen to watch our newsletters on WRC website, anyone who has seen our newsletters, WRC? You are the biggest branch of WRC, by the way. You all belong to the biggest branch of WRC. Let me tell you, I've got calls from Nepal, I've got calls from London, I've got from Sri Lanka and Middle East. Our newsletters are the most read newsletters in these jurisdictions. One, we start with Bhagavad Gita. We give a case study. We've got a wonderful content writers team. They do this setup. And second is because there are 2 big functions that we do at WRC and networking zone that we have. In the networking zone, probably you will not be, I don't know, internet है आपके पास? So if you can just show our website, newsletter में आप जाओगे, networking zone जाओगे, you will find free advertisements as to we are looking for something. So there is a person in Ahmedabad, I don't want to name that person, he was there in the flight also with me. He had once mentioned, we are looking out for 4 partners. So they wanted to file a tender, they are looking for 4 partners in small places in Maharashtra and MP. They posted an ad over here. Within a month, he got all these 4 partners, they filled up the tender, they done that, and now they have moved on to become a network also. Now that is the power of this networking zone. A small little tweak that we did, but that's how it's impacting all of us. And believe me, this networking zone is also used by internationally now. Recently, someone from Canada had posted in this that we are looking for someone, 225 plus chartered accountants to work on 3-month basis in Goregaon in Mumbai. ये Canada से request आई थी because of one CPA firm and they wanted to have a setup here. CAs from Latur, Nanded, Sangli, and small little areas, Parbhani, Beed, Jalna, all of them came up. Around 300 chartered accountants came. All of them worked, went back, did the return filing season. फिर September season किया. अभी December end होने के बाद वापस जब चालू होगा, they are all coming back again. We got an advertisement of that as well. Now that is the power of this networking zone. I believe if any of you are interested, please watch that zone. There are so many people. अहमदाबाद में 3 लोग ऐसे हैं जिनकी CAs यहाँ पर proprietor partnership चल रही थी, proprietor firm चल रही थी. Now they have become part of a Ghaziabad based big partnership firm which is happening. And I'm happy to say, परसों हमारी ये बात हो रही थी. They are now filling up one of the largest tenders of smart cities. Now that is the collaboration, that is the effectiveness that which we are providing. In WRC, in real sense, we are an aggregator of all sorts. We've got so many resources. Each of you are absolute marvelous resources. सबके पास इतनी पहचान है, सबके पास सब कुछ करने की इच्छा है, क्षमता है. हम वो कब करेंगे? मुझे ये मौका मिला एज अ चेयरमैन ऑफ WRC. मैंने देखो ये करके दिया, आप लोग को वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड गिफ्ट दिया. बट आज आप लोग के पास मौका है. And therefore, I want to make an appeal to each one of you using this very opportunity. Believe me, we need to set up a wonderful team of ethical accountants. we will have to work towards a larger economy that is building up. ये जो 3 स्टेट की इलेक्शंस है, ऐसे ये तो समझ में आ गया कि आएंगे तो ये लोग ही, और ये लोग अगर आए तो $1 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी बनाएंगे और अपने अपने तरीके से ये सारे एक्ट और लॉज पास भी कर देंगे. तो शायद हमें, मतलब यू नेवर नो कि एक पैरेलल एक और इंस्टीट्यूट भी खड़ा हो सकता है जो हम लोग सुनते आ रहे हैं, या और भी कुछ हो सकता है. बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली व्हाट वी नीड टू डू इज, इफ ईच वन ऑफ यू कैन बिकम रिसोर्सफुल और अडॉप्ट 1 or 2 कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट्स, और शायद उनको चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बना लो या उनको एक एथिकल अकाउंटेंट बना लो. सी, वी नीड टू मेक इंडस्ट्री रेडी अकाउंटेंट्स. द कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट्स नाउ आर एब्सोल्युटली नॉट कीन एंड नॉट रेडी टू सर्व. Last month I was in a conference of BPO KPOs. I was invited as a chief guest. I was talking about economics and the way, believe me, the HRs who are serving this industry said we are sitting on a vacancy of 7.5 lakh accountants. 7.5 lakh accountants is what this BPO KPO IT service industry wants. Imagine. And they need people who are trained under chartered accountant. They need semi-qualified, they need all of these people. Unfortunately, they have to go to these parallel institutes जो अपने आप को गारंटी बना रहे हैं कि हम यहाँ के अकाउंटेंट हैं, यहाँ के अकाउंटेंट हैं, यहाँ के अकाउंटेंट हैं, but they are not. And therefore, it's important, it's imperative. और आज मैं बात कर रहा हूँ 5 साल की आपको विजन दे रहा हूँ. ये हमारा प्रोजेक्ट सप्तऋषि है. If you can see this over here. Now this project Saptarishi is what will empower all of us to do something extraordinary. And therefore I want to thank Anjali madam over here. She's taken this project so well. Train and learn के हमारे courses चल रहे हैं. Accounting museum setup हो रहे हैं. We are also training the faculties. She herself is a faculty, a doctorate herself. So therefore she understands the importance of training a faculty. And believe me, if at all in one single way that we can contribute, I think we can contribute in only one way, if we can shape up the future of these commerce students who are being lured away to an expensive course and an easier course, which is just a certificate, not even a degree, not even a chartered, forget a chartered. And therefore, please make sure that wherever you are, whoever you are, if you get a chance to speak to any commerce graduate or an accountant, tell him or make him understand what is the importance of being a chartered accountant in this economy. Second, how can they work if you can adopt them? हमारा एक प्रोजेक्ट भी चल रहा है सक्षम, जिसमें अराउंड 13,000 स्टूडेंट्स हम लोग ने अडॉप्ट किए हुए हैं, CA फॉर्म्स ने बहुत सारे, और वो उनको ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं, स्टाइपेंड मिल रहा है और स्टाइपेंड से उनका पूरा सब कुछ चल रहा है. वेरी वेरी इफेक्टिवली वो PG में रह रहे हैं, काम भी कर रहे हैं. एंड पीपल प्लेसेस फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द कंट्री आर देयर इन मुंबई who are running under this सक्षम प्रोजेक्ट. और उनको हमारा जो हॉस्टल है वसई में, हमारा WRC का एक हॉस्टल है, वहाँ पर वो लोग रह भी रहे हैं. एंड बिलीव मी दैट हॉस्टल इज़ नाउ बीइंग रेनोवेटेड. इनफैक्ट अभी हम लोग ने अपील एक फ्लोट की हुई है, इफ़ एनी वन हुज इंटरेस्टेड. जैसे ये हॉस्टल भी बना था, उस समय वाधवांस ने हमको वो लैंड दी थी कि आप ये हॉस्टल बनाओ. इस समय शायद 2 और ऐसे ग्रुप्स आए हैं जो उन्होंने लैंड देने को तैयार है और हॉस्टल बनाएंगे. सो वी नीड दीज काइंड ऑफ हॉस्टल्स, वी नीड दीज काइंड ऑफ रीडिंग रूम्स, वी नीड दीज काइंड ऑफ सेटअप्स. सो रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू, बिकॉज कहते हैं अक्सर ये 2 लाइन हमेशा ध्यान रहती है जब हम बात करते हैं, और आज हम लोग एक दूसरे को ब्लेम करते हैं हर चीज़ों के लिए. इनफैक्ट विकास भाई और एक मेंबर थे हमारे, सुबह ऊपर हम यही बात कर रहे थे. लॉयर्स और कभी डॉक्टर्स के पास जाओ तो एक अगर फाइल कोई और के पास लेके जाते हैं तो कभी वो ये नहीं देखता कि पीछे क्या हुआ. वो हमेशा बोलता है कि हाँ चलो अभी क्या करना अपन देखते हैं. हमारे इधर अनफॉर्चुनेटली ऐसा होता है कि अरे यार उसने आपका गलत कर दिया, अरे वो छोड़ो ना यार. वाई आर वी इवन क्रिटिसाइजिंग आवर ओन मेंबर्स? आई थिंक वी नीड टू ब्रिंग दैट स्ट्रॉन्ग स्पिरिट अमॉन्ग्स आवरसेल्फ, इन स्पेशली पीपल इन प्रैक्टिस, ताकि इंडस्ट्री वाले लोग हमारा फ़ायदा ना उठाएं और दूसरे स्टेक होल्डर्स हमारा फ़ायदा नहीं उठाएं, बिकॉज दैट इज़ वेयर वी आर डाइवर्स इन आर व्यूज़. बट वी नीड टू ब्रिंग दैट यूनिटी ऑल टुगेदर. और वो तब आएगा जब हम ऐसी कॉन्फ्रेंस में जो चेयरपर्सन है या सेक्रेटरी है या ये सब बात करें, ये सब बोले आपको. आज आपको लगता है ये बड़ा प्रोग्राम सेटअप हुआ तो आई थिंक इतने सारे पार्टनर्स थे, इतने सारे स्पॉन्सर्स थे, और इन्होंने क्या नहीं किया होगा. मतलब मेरे को लगता है कि अंजलि बहन, आपकी अगर बेटी की शादी होगी तब इतनी मेहनत नहीं करोगे आप जितनी आपने इस मेहनत की है. हमने तो 1 करोड़ रुपए की स्पॉन्सरशिप, मतलब हितेश भाई इधर बैठे हैं इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको, ग्लोपैक, स्टार्टअप स्फीयर, कम से कम 20 ऐसी नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंसेज हो चुकी है जिसमें सारे बॉम्बे के बड़े बड़े सारे स्पॉन्सर्स चले गए थे. पर ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ वन मैन, हितेश भाई, एंड दिस एंटायर काउंसिल, सौरभ अजमेरा उज द सेक्रेटरी, केतन साई उज द ट्रेजरर. आई थिंक वी ऑल 4 सैट टुगेदर एंड मेड श्योर दैट कैसे भी करके हमको लाना है. तो हमारे ने सबसे बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क था कि गेट ऑटोमेशन पीपल, गेट पीपल हु कैन सर्व सम एग्रीगेटर्स. तो जितनी भी सब्सिडी चल रही है पूरे देश में, अगर आपको आज जाना है तो देयर इज़ वन एजेंसी, CAs हैं, उन लोग ने पूरा एक स्टार्टअप लेके आए हैं जिसमें दे आर ओनली एग्रीगेटिंग ऑल द सब्सिडीज़. बहुत ब्रिलियंट वर्क है. आई थिंक दे आर मेकिंग अ ह्यूज हेडवे इनटू द फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री ऑल्सो. and they are being acknowledged and applauded for the work they are doing. पूरे देश भर में जितनी भी सब्सिडीज़ है जोन वाइज वो एग्रीगेट करके एक जगह पे प्लेटफॉर्म पे वो दे रहे हैं. आई थिंक अगर आप लोग में से कोई एक है तो उसमें आपको रीच आउट करना चाहिए. आई थिंक देवर हियर इन अहमदाबाद ऑल्सो. फिर हम लोग के पास ऐसे थे जिन्होंने वेबसाइट, हमारी वेबसाइट बनाई एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ने, आशीष जायसवाल, हूज फ्रॉम बड़ोड़ा. हमारा ऐप बनाया एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूज फ्रॉम अमरावती. सब कुछ एक सीए कर रहा है. आर डोमेन्स, अभी एक किसी से बात हो रही थी कि हमारे डोमेन्स बंद होने वाले हैं, ICI.org सुना था हमने. एंड देयरफॉर बिलीव मी, इफ यू हैव टू डू एनीथिंग इन दिस इकोसिस्टम globally, two things you'll have to do is, one, people will only know you from two things. One, your imprint on a LinkedIn, or second, or your own website or domain. You need to buy it now. और आप प्रोप्राइटर रहोगे तब तक ये सब खर्चे बहुत महंगे पड़ेंगे, इसलिए कोलैबोरेट करना ज़रूरी पड़ेगा. We'll have to collaborate, we'll have to come together. And believe me, there's a network, there's an event, there's a revolution happening across the country, not only here. As a chairman of WIRC, I have a view of what is happening everywhere else. And believe me, people sitting in right from a small place in Barbil, वहाँ से रेंडर कर रहे हैं सबसे बड़ी इकोनॉमी को जो चाइना और हांगकांग में चल रही है. आप सोच सकते हो, सिर्फ 4 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स मिलके वो काम कर रहे हैं. उनका क्रिएटिविटी पूरा देख रहे हैं, सब कुछ देख रहे हैं. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ माय हम्बल सबमिशन टू यू, कि कहीं ना कहीं आप लोग किसी चीज़ में उलझे हुए हो तो कहीं अपने आप को रोको, उलझो मत. एंड प्लीज़ लुक एट सम दीज इनिशिएटिव्स दैट आर हैपनिंग, get a perspective of what is going on, and get some more chartered accountants together, form a network or form a partnership, come together, collaborate, so to deliver effectively. And therefore, in this entire scheme of things, these sponsors and these people can become relevant and can help all of us and give us the value. And therefore, I always say these lines, बूझते नहीं दिए तेल की कमी से, रादर बुझ जाते हैं दिए तेल की कमी से, कसूर हमेशा हवा का नहीं होता. So that third party is not always who's responsible for something that has happened. It could be something within ourselves also. So it's time that we look into it, think about it. और उसूलों पे जब आँच आ जाए तो टकराना होगा. जो अगर जिंदा हो तो जिंदा होकर दिखाना होगा, जिंदा होकर दिखाना होगा. Thank you very much for having me here. It is wonderful to speak to all of you. Stay connected with this WIRC. It's vibrant because each one of you are here. And believe me, what we have done today is just a small little milestone. We are gathering up to make a huge, huge revolution altogether. And as chartered accountants, we need to come together and do this together. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, CA Arpit Kabra ji, Chairperson WIRC, for your insightful address. And we also congratulate you once again for the world record, and also for all the lovely initiatives, I should say innovative initiatives taken by you with your WIRC team for the whole year. And now it's time to welcome the Vice Chairman of WIRC, Hitesh Pomalji, with a memento. Requesting Chairperson of the branch to please welcome Hitesh Pomal sir with a memento. Also, although he not being in the helm of his health, he has joined us. So thank you so much, sir, for your presence. And now requesting Chairperson ma'am to welcome CA Chintan Patel sir with a memento. And now requesting Chairperson madam to please welcome respected Regional Council member CA Vikas Jain sir with a memento. Thank you so much to both the Regional Council members for their gracious presence. And now requesting the respected Vice Chairman of WIRC, CA Hitesh Pomal sir, to please come forward and share his address.
Thank you so much, Abhinav. First of all, I sincerely apologize for being late today since I am not keeping well. That's the reason I came little late, and extremely sorry, Chairman sir, for this breach of protocol. I should have come to receive you at the airport, but unfortunately I am not keeping well since last 2-3 days. ગુજરાતી આવડે છે ને? સમજાય બી ને? કારણ કે મેં તો અત્યારે જે આ સાંભળ્યું, એટલે મારે એક જ વસ્તુ અમારા ચેરમેન માટે થઈને એક જ વસ્તુ બધાના ધ્યાનમાં મૂકવાની છે કે earlier I was his chairman. When I was the Vikasa chairman, he was my vice chairman. But when the opportunity was given to me to be his vice chairman as when he is the WIRC chairman. I have learnt a lot from him, to be very honest. અમારા બંને વચ્ચે એજનો ડિફરન્સ બી એટલો બધો છે, એ જે રીતે દોડે છે એ રીતે મારાથી દોડી શકાય એવું બી નથી. પણ he is always gracious enough to appreciate me everywhere, wherever he is going. ઘણી વસ્તુ તો મેં ત્યારે ખબર પડે કે અચ્છા આ કામ મેં કર્યું હતું. એટલું બધું મારા માટે એમને સારી પેલી છે, અને આઈ એમ વેરી મચ થેન્કફુલ ટુ હિમ ફોર દેટ ગ્રેસિયસ ધીસ થિંગ. પણ પહેલાં મહિનામાં જ મેં નક્કી કરી લીધું that I am not going to contest Central Council election. Why? Because the pace with which this gentleman is running, અને એ પછી આગળ બી જો આપણને આવે તો આપણાથી તો કામ થાય નહીં. મેં કીધું આ ઉંમરે. So that's the reason now this is the high time that young and energetic leaders like him should take our profession ahead. And that's the reason I have decided from very same date that I will not contest the Central Council. Let it be here only as a member. And one more issue that I just would like to brought to the notice, and I did discuss with the chairman also, that two issue. Chairman WRC also I did discuss. I will not take much of your time because I understand that we are running late of time and I am very serious about it. But the thing that we need to introspect, I think probably these are my last few sessions કે મને કોઈની જોડે ડાયલોગ કરવા મળે, એક્સેપ્ટ બેંક ઓડિટ હું ક્યાંય બોલતો નથી, મને બીજું કંઈ આવડતું નથી. પણ એક વસ્તુ મેં હમણાં જ હું અંજલિબેન જોડે ડિસ્કસ કરતો હતો કે when the attendance and the registration for the event is 600, then how come the presence is less than 200? That we all need to discuss. And now we all know that the Central Council and the Council has come up with the new guidelines for the completion of the CPERs. Exposure draft is there. એટલે તો એમાં આપણે ડિસ્કસ કરવાની એ જરૂરિયાત છે કે વેધર ધીસ CP is required or not. હું તો એ એંગલથી કહું. I understand because we are approaching calendar year and 31st December, right? Everybody is rushing for this, and now code of ethics or accounting standard 2 mandatory hours are also there. So to complete that, everybody will register. બરાબર, this we need to introspect basically, and I did give, I don't know, I crossed my limit also, but I did give suggestion to Anjali also that we should not mark the presence to those who have not remained present, at least. And we should not encourage this also. We are just introspecting within this, our family only. That's the reason I thought that let me put this to the members and the friends also to this. And second is about the sponsorship, but I think for પેલી મર્યાદા ભંગ ના થાય, and for paucity of time I would like to skip that part, that topic apart. We will discuss some other day. And once again, on behalf of Ahmedabad, my own branch, me, Vikas and Chintan Bhai, all the three are very much thankful to the Chairman WRC, Arpit Bhai, for gracing this occasion today and coming all the way from Bombay and sparing his valuable time and sharing his thoughts and what he has done. And whatever he has said is 100% correct. કારણ કે ટોટલ 12 કે 13 ઇનિશિયેટિવ્સ જે એમાં લીધેલા છે એ મને બોલવાનું કહે તો હું ભૂલી જાઉં છું ઘણી વખત. મારે તો લખવું પડે એ પરિસ્થિતિ હોય છે. બટ ધ થિંગ and we were the witness when he did that regional conference of more than total is 3,500 chartered accountants and students and chartered accountant, I think it is more than 5,000, and that's the reason we made that human mosaic world record also. And my heartiest compliments and thank you so much, my dear, for this your presence and sharing your thoughts. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vice Chairman of WIRC, C. Hitesh Pomal sir, for your heartfelt address. And just now, Chairperson Madam took the instant step upon the advice of our Hitesh Pomal sir that the attendance will be taken post-lunch as well, on the basis of which the CP will be granted today and tomorrow, both the days. So thank you, ma'am, for taking the instant step. And now we move forward to the next session, and before that it's my honor to deliver the vote of thanks to our beloved chairman of WIRC, C. Arpit Kabra sir, who has traveled from Mumbai and graced this inaugural session with his presence. Also thanking the vice chairman, C. Hitesh Pomal sir of WIRC, and also our home regional council member, and also thanking the regional council members Vikas Jain sir and Chintan Patel sir for gracing this occasion. Sunit Shah, who has joined us, my managing committee colleague, and chairperson of our branch, C. Anjali Choksi madam, who is the backbone of this two-day conference. And so now we move forward to this first session, and for that I request my managing committee colleague, C. A. Sunit Shah, to escort the learned faculty for the first session, Advocate Jignesh Parikh sir, to the dais.